Hey there, firm owners. I'm Ryan Lazanis, and you're listening to the Future Firm Accounting Podcast, the place where we get one actionable lesson each episode to help you fast track a modern, scalable firm that you love and that doesn't drive you into the ground. Hope you're doing well, and thanks for tuning in. On my end, I'm clinging for dear life to the last few days of summer here, and if that's you as well, make sure to make the most of them. Now, I want to spend today talking about what we're able to learn from venture-backed accounting firms and how we could use it to our advantage to remain relevant as the industry evolves. To start, why did we choose to start an accounting firm in the first place? Why did we choose public accounting? For one, we chose this profession to fulfill our duty as a CPA, namely to serve and protect the public by supplying them with a variety of services. At the same time, we chose this profession for the fulfillment that we get from serving and protecting the public, namely by helping the clients that we service. And lastly, we chose to run an accounting firm for the opportunity of growth, whether that be financial growth, intellectual growth, or just generally the opportunity to help improve our lives. But in order to continue to serve the public, namely our clients, to help reach our own aspirations, we need to remain relevant. The public chooses who they want to work with and who will serve them. And in order for that to happen, we need to ensure that our business model is up to date and at least trending with the curve, if not ahead of the curve. What we're seeing today, though, is a divergence between firms that are relevant and others that are starting to lag behind. We're also seeing an industry which simply isn't moving fast enough, in which I fear many will be left behind. This is becoming more obvious than ever with a number of venture-backed accounting firm startups hitting the industry. Pilot, who provides accounting, tax, and CFO services to small businesses, has been one that's been on the tip of everyone's tongue. The reason for that is because it's now worth $1.2 billion following Jeff Bezos' personal investment in this quasi-tech startup, quasi-accounting firm. I broke this down in episode 46 of this podcast when I dissected the significance of Pilot's $1.2 billion valuation. My friend Blake Oliver from the Cloud Accounting Podcast put it quite well. Pilot is now the 7th most valuable accounting firm in the US if you're looking at the Accounting Today 2020 Top 100 Largest Accounting Firms list. Keep in mind that they've only existed for less than 5 years, yet they're still worth that much. And Pilot isn't the only one playing in the space. There are plenty of other venture-backed accounting firms that are smelling a ton of opportunity to disrupt the traditional accounting firm model. The reason we're seeing all this investment flow in is because our clients are underserved. There's too much pain in the industry. Clients hate their accounting. They want easier. They've been clamoring for it, and we haven't been giving it to them. We're no different than the taxi industry who sat on their laurels, content with how things were going, but we all know what happened to the taxi industry when Uber rethought the entire customer experience. This is exactly what these venture-backed firms are aiming for. Now, luckily, if you analyze things, we can see some of the characteristics that they have in common to help us shape the direction that our firm should be heading in. These venture-backed firms are hyper-process oriented, not timesheet based and implement subscription pricing, heavily technology oriented, operating remotely in a distributed fashion. They're laser focused on providing a pleasant customer experience. They're acquiring their clients online, they're attracting top-tier talent, and most of all, they're scalable. I think the most interesting of those characteristics is the one that has to do with providing a pleasant customer experience. I would equate this to the Uber experience that we all receive today. Uber took a process littered with all kinds of points of friction with the customer and turned it into something that's one click and truly seamless. This is what these venture-backed models are looking to solve for. Sure, accounting services are far different than getting into a taxi, but that said, there are still many creative ways that we can serve the public in a more seamless fashion. Now, are all these venture-backed models all hype? Maybe. We saw one of them that raised $100 million last year completely flop. That said, while I do think that there is some hype out there, I think some of these venture-backed firms are here to stay, and I think they're going to figure out some pretty innovative ways to service the public. In fact, I recently joined BotKeeper as a strategic advisor, which is one of these venture-backed firms, if you can call them that, which helps automate the bookkeeping process using artificial intelligence and machine learning. The only difference between BotKeeper and most of the others out there is that they're partnering with firms rather than competing with them. I can see how the team thinks about providing bookkeeping services, and it's light years different than 99% of the firms out there. And I can see that they're dead set on providing a highly scalable, highly pleasant customer experience, which I know the other venture-backed models are focused on as well. So what can you do to remain relevant? Optimize for the customer experience. Think about ways to eliminate pain from your customer's journey. Your client hates their accounting. They want as much of a one-click Uber experience as possible. And if you want to optimize the customer experience, you need to start by mapping your end-to-end customer journey, mapping every single kind of interaction your client has with your firm from the minute they land on your website all the way to when their work is delivered. From there, you can start by planning for how you can improve and/or eliminate points of friction for your client. You can make this infinity project. It's probably something that will never end. Yes, it's a lot to do, but if providing a high-quality customer experience is important for you, which it should be if you're looking to remain relevant, then mapping and improving your customer experience should certainly be on your list. If you're looking to see how other leading firms are handling this, you might want to check out my Future Firm Accelerate community. It's packed with over 300 modern entrepreneurial firm owners that don't want to run a traditional firm and who are all getting together online to share ideas to help them all up their game. On top of the community, members also get online trainings from myself to help them quickly grow a scalable firm they love, along with coaching from myself whenever they need a sounding board. You could learn more at www.futurefirmaccelerate.com. I hope you found today's episode helpful, and I'll see you back again here soon. Take care.